I've got silver. We'll get back to this one though in a little bit. Hey everyone, welcome back to another $1,000 strap search. I got my $1,000 in singles here. I want to start off with a tip for this week. Always be diligent. What I mean is when you go to the bank, a lot of the tellers will have their change dispersed in a tray so that they can pay someone a check when their check has has change at the end. But the thing is, all of those coin rolls are going to be open, and you can see on the side, if you keep your eyes open, if they have any silver coins. I was at the bank today, and I happened to spot a 1965 half, actually two 1965 half dollars in the teller's counting bin. So I was able to get both of these for 50 cents a piece. Didn't have to open any rolls at all. Increased my silver stack. And for good measure, I've never tried to put one of these on camera before. Let's see how this will work. I also got a Rosie. Roosevelt dime, 1951. Of course, that is silver. So yeah, just by keeping my eyes open, I was able to pick those up from the bank at face value, of course. All right, I've got my $1,000 in singles. These singles are still from my Vegas stash. These came from the Tropicana, the MGM, the Park, which used to be the Monte Carlo, Mandalay Bay, Excalibur, New York, and Luxor. So this is all the south end of the strip. And I went through those already. Let's see what we've got. Start off with a trinary. This is a 2017 trinary. I'm starting to get a lot more 2017 bills, so I'm getting a lot of nice bills. This is really good for paper quality. Hasn't been circulated too much. Another trinary here. This one's all 6s, 7s, and 8s. A little rougher shape. Trinary with 1s, 7s, and 8s. Trinary with 3s, 5s, and 7s. Then I've got some quads. Quad 1s in this one. Quad 2s. Quad 3s. Quad 6s. Quad 8s, and this is an older one. You can see right there, series 2001. 2001 Quad 8s, so an older bill with a neat fancy serial number. Quad 9s over here. I can't really call it a birthday note because it's a date that hasn't happened yet, but it will soon. This one would be April 10th of 2022 or October 4th, 2022. So anyone with wedding plans or anything like that, a anniversary note eventually. Did find some star notes. This person wanted to make sure that we knew it was a star note, so they highlighted the stars in red marker. Hopefully it won't be a rare note because it's worth $1 now. Another star note. This one's in a lot better shape. A little bit of a crease here in the center, but that's okay. Nice star note here. Another one starting with a 0. Got high hopes. This one's pretty rough, but you never know. I'll check all of them on mycurrencycollection.com to make sure there aren't any rares. This one's a little higher number, so probably not going to be worth a lot. Did find a couple older bills. 1999 on this one. 1995. Don't forget on 1988A, 1993, and 1995 to check to see if they're web notes. You'll know that because it'll only have the little number right here and no letter. So that's a 95, and the last note is also a 1995. Not in the greatest of shape, but it's still what I found, and I always try to show everything that I find just to give you an idea of what you may also find. Now, as far as stuff from my special collection, my private stash, I've been doing a lot of stuff from Vegas. Like I said, all these came from casinos in Vegas, and Vegas, of course, being in Nevada, Nevada is the silver state. So, if we're going to talk about the silver state, we should talk about some silver. This is an 1890 Morgan silver dollar. I've got a few of these. This one's in decent shape. I like this one a lot. It's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but you can definitely read everything on it. It's got a little bit of wear. You can tell it's been bounced around a couple times. And it actually has a little bit of toning right along the bottom here. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. I put it in this holder so I can handle it, otherwise it would be back in the book. But the reason I brought this particular coin out was because of what's on the back. Everybody wants to know, where is your Morgan dollar from? And if you look, it is a Carson City. Carson City 1890 Morgan silver dollar. Well, why are Carson City coins worth so much? Everybody, when it comes to Morgan silver dollars, are always looking for Carson City. So I did a little bit of homework. It turns out that the Carson City Mint was first instituted because of the largest silver find in the history of America. It was called the Comstock Lode. And it was just too expensive to haul the silver from the Comstock Lode right around Carson City all the way to San Francisco to have it minted into coins. So the U.S. government decided, well, why don't we just build a mint in Carson City? So this coin, and virtually every silver coin that was minted in the Carson City Mint, has silver from the Comstock Lode. So the greatest silver deposit ever found in the U.S., this literally is the silver from that discovery. Now, as far as the Carson City Mint itself goes, they only minted 56 million coins total. I don't mean they minted 56 million coins of the 1890 Morgan variety. I mean total. From 1870 to, 1895, I believe it was. Their total mint run of all Carson City coins, whether they be dollars, quarters, nickels, was only 56 million. Some of you are out there right now looking for the West Point quarters. I know I've got my eyes open for the West Point quarters. There are 2 million West Point quarters. This particular coin that I'm holding here from Carson City, they only minted 2.3 million of these. So this particular coin is as rare as one of the West Point quarters. Just to put that in perspective. I've got my handy dandy red book here, and if I double check, we've got the 1890 Carson, 2.3 million. Even in, where did they start? At very fine, they started at $110. About uncirculated goes up to $540. So yeah, 1890 Carson City, that is a decent coin to have. So, like I said, with all the talk about Vegas, all the talk about Nevada being the silver state, why not bust out my Carson City Morgan from 1890? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you learned anything new, hit that like button. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to tell your friends. Thanks for watching. See you next week.